Hey guys, so today I thought that I would share with you how I use an egg carton to grow my succulents. I saw this idea on on Pinterest some weeks ago. I can't remember who it was from, I should have looked that up. It was just one of those things circulating and I thought that I would experiment with it, and I had much success with it. And when you put them all in here, you'll be able to see them grow all together. So I just thought it was a cute and quick little idea, and I thought I'd show you how I went about doing it, and I'll also show you the results of my first attempt, because we grow our own or propagate our own succulents quite a lot, but I never really document it, and we have a lot of succulents. This one has been a bit neglected, and I can't really remember which ones we've personally grown and which ones we've bought, but for the most part we just grow, unless they're, you know, a new kind of succulent like the typical Echeveria, I never know how to say that, succulents. We don't buy those because we've already bought one, and then we just propagate with the leaves. So what you're gonna need is a few things: an empty egg carton, and you can do this a gazillion times over, so you might have more than one. I've got some gloves, a few different succulents that I'm just going to use and pull the leaves off. So there we go. So we've got this cacti and succulent soil. Apparently it's better for it if you use actual succulent and cacti soil. But I think we have also used normal soil if we've had that on hand, and it's no problem. You'll also need some snips. You don't have to have it, but just in case the leaves don't come off properly, the snips will help you get a clean cut. I have read that the better time to propagate succulents is during spring and summer, when it's warmer, and versus when it's in winter, which is what season we're in now in Australia. It was pretty much late autumn when I did my first attempt with propagating using the egg carton method, and they've propagated fine. I've also read that if you just get a sheet of white paper and you just put all the leaves that you are wanting to propagate onto the piece of paper and just let them sit there in a room that gets quite a lot of light and some warmth, that it will work. And I don't doubt that it will work, because it's very similar to the method that I'm used to, which is just leaving them to propagate on the windowsill. What I like about using the soil in an area that's a bit more contained and something that I can move if I need to, and like I'm not worried that, you know, a gust of wind will come and it'll blow them away or anyone will touch them. So there's definitely other methods. This isn't the only method, but I kind of like this one. Get some soil, and I'm just going to fill these down, throwing it in, or dropping it in rather, just like that. Probably filled it too much. You could even use this section if you want, but sometimes, like today when I wanted to move it somewhere, I just closed the lid and transported it outside. That's step one. Very easy. Either pull or snip some leaves off. Now, when I did this a few weeks ago, I found it more difficult to pull the leaves directly off. You don't want it to tear. If it tears and isn't a clean cut, like this is a clean cut, I don't know if you can see that there, but that's a clean cut. It's not torn. Like if you get a little, yeah, you can see that. This camera's just not focusing on it. It's focusing on my nails. Yeah, if you tear it, it's not going to propagate, trust me, I've tried. So you want to be careful, and you want to try and see if you can pull or twist them off. And I have found that now this I do recognize that in the warmer months it's easier to pull the leaves off. It's almost like they're ready to, whereas in winter they're not so ready. Now I'm just looking for, so that one just snapped off. It didn't need any real force from me, so that's what I'm looking for right now. I haven't cut any yet, but I have twisted very gently some, and they have been coming off cleanly. I do prefer to try and get them off naturally than snipping them off. I just feel that they come off better and cleaner, more accurately that way. And you can hear the snap. This is what I've collected thus far. So I'm going to keep going. You should pull from the lower leaves, not the upper leaves. The lower leaves are where you want to pull. So I don't think you can see this. You can here. This side I've torn, so I can't use that. It's just going to be no good. All I'm going to do is place my succulent leaves on top, laying flat. So some of these, this is my pickings. I'm testing to see if they will work, because I'm not sure if you need to get them this clean where you can sort of see it's closed and together, versus something that's been pulled or cut clean but it's exposing the inner soft bit. I'm pretty sure that still is classed as a tear, even though it might be a clean pull, but we will see. Okay, so I'm gonna get my pieces, and all I'm going to do is lay them down. I don't think I will need any more. And that's it completed. And all I do is I let it sit in a sunny room where there's lots of light. I don't do anything to it. I just let it dry itself out. I don't water it. I leave it until I can see it shows some root, or it might show a little rosette. If you see it sprout a little bit and you want to start giving it some water, by watering I mean get a little spray bottle and squirt it. Don't actually pour water in it, and these do fine. This is the one that I was talking about. It's been a while, as you can tell by this. I haven't done anything with them. I had some little jelly beans in it too. And then you can see all the ones that didn't work, which I knew they weren't going to work, but I like to, just in case, just leave them in there and see if they might take. They really dry out. This is what it looks like. You got your little shoots there, and this is the, I guess, the mama succulent, and it's still attached. So they go all wrinkly and shriveled up. This one's really shriveled up. oops, and he fell off, which is totally fine. I'm just going to clean this up, and I am going to show you what I am going to do next. This was a op shop find. I've just drilled some holes using drill to get some holes for drainage, and all I'm going to do is get my saw. So I'm going to do the exact same thing with these jelly beans anyhow, so I'll just use the ones that I want to plant in here. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm going to fit 10 in. So 1, whoops, ooh, just ripped one by accident, a few by accident, so I'm going to put them here and let them grow. And they will grow big. So when you're planting them and placing them, just be mindful that they're going to grow. But you can always transplant them elsewhere, repot them. And this is basically all I do. Make sure you get your roots in the soil. Actually might fit them all, and then if they get too crowded in here, I'll repot them. Tweezers would be great for this. Got them. So I was able to get all 12 in. They will grow and grow bigger, so they will either just grow like this and over the top of each other or something like that, or if I find it's too crowded, I will move them. So I'm going to spritz it now. That's it. I am going to put them somewhere where there's lots of light and make sure that it will get a good drink when the soil is dry. They do need some TLC. I just wanted to show you this one. This is one that my husband started in the fabric basket thing, and they started as teeny tiny as that, and he had them all around like I have done in my little pot, and after a few months this is how insane they've gotten. Just crazy every which way. We'll need to go through and replant some of these. Now with these offshoots, you can pull them off and just stick them right into soil, so you don't have to have any shoots coming and showing for it to grow. You can just put them in the ground and then they'll in the soil and they'll shoot off themselves. But yeah, the henny's been staying outside for a very long time, so this is the endless possibilities of propagating your own succulents. I just wanted to give an update on the flowers that I pressed last week in the book. I have added some new ones, which you can see here, and I pulled this off and it moved it. But the old ones I can tell are this one. Look, it's pressed beautifully. This one is a little bit crinkly. It's pressed great as well, so you can do these in the books, no problem at all. And this little guy, so they'll need more time still. So this is the flower press. You want to pick ones that don't have bruising or bits that have ripped, but I just picked any that I could grab for this little experiment. But you know, you want more pristine looking ones, then pick the ones that don't have any bruising or rips or tears or anything. It's also good to pull them out, move them about so that they don't get stuck in the one spot. So me opening this will be good to air them out a little bit, and then I'm now going to tighten the bolts.